guys, welcome to American Dreamin. I'm photographer Miles Ladin, and I'm really thrilled that you're here at this exhibition. And thank you Hudson Guild for hosting it. Very excited. It's a commentary on the new American dream, how it's developed in the last 20 years, for better or for worse, and a little bit of a tug at our most recent election and political situation. So we start over here, where I have photographs of New York society, all the way from Brooke Astor to ladies at lunch, such as Nan Kempner. We move around the room and we see sort of different interpretations of the American dream. Here we have some young guns that perhaps would end up in the front lines of our various wars and foreign entanglements. Some abstract commentary on that situation. Streets of New York. This image I title Cherry Bomb. So it's a little bit of a, I leave it up to the viewer to interpret if this is a spilled 7-Eleven Slurpee or if it's something more related to what we see up top in terms of the camouflaged youth. So here we have Colin Powell in a very Faustian guise, leaving it to your imagination what he's thinking about or what you bring to the picture in terms of your interpretation. So this entire area with General Powell is a political, deals with politics and certain presidential situations in this country, including our most recent President-elect Donald Trump. And we have references to the Clintons as well as commentators such as Michael Moore and local politician David Dinkins, who happens to be a neighbor of mine on the Upper East Side. And I've positioned this in a very extreme display with other aspects of the American dream and just dreaming in general. We have a gentleman here dreaming on the beach, and it's up to the imagination what his concern is or how we should think about people that are perhaps have less resources than some of us. Moving around the room, this area is dealing with spiritual and religious concerns in a certain way in terms of beliefs and haves and have-nots. And the multiplicity of the American situation in terms of our freedoms, religious freedoms, and in some instances, religious imprisonments as well. So, Paris Hilton. Not only is it a picture of Paris Hilton, but it defines the narcissism that is so prevalent in our society. Here we have Paris, and she's wearing herself. So she's so consumed with her own situation, as negligible as it is in society, that she has to wear herself. More recent celebrities include Miley Cyrus, and this idea of transformation, which is such an American idea. Perhaps the hallmark would be Madonna, who's not in the show, but Miley Cyrus we have as angelic Disney performer. And here we have as punk rebel. So these are both Miley Cyrus, and there's a real dichotomy in the diptych in terms of the American dream and this reinvention of self, and also encapsulating the idea of perversion in a certain way, kind of owning our own ideas about sexuality and perversion, and the idea of fame. I mean, we have David Beckham is a British sports star, and he has really achieved his dream, which is the American dream of success and fame and social media, and how many followers he has and how many clothing contracts he has, etc., etc. But how much do we really know about him? Is he any more three-dimensional than a wax figure of Sylvester Stallone, who carries a gun and sort of perpetuates this idea of the American machismo and the American idea of guns are good and let's shoot them up. So we go from Wax Museum to Disney, which is a very kind of Californian fantasy. And here we have the Mouseketeers wearing their ears and sort of infantilized true love. And next to them, I've created a very strong contrast of sort of alternative culture, as it would be. This brings us into sort of my idea about the environment, photographs I've taken over the years that comment on ecological concerns and the environment. We have an amazing parking lot in Puerto Rico where there's been upheaval with the natural environment. So we have this paved parking lot, as Joni Mitchell would say. And it made me sad when I saw this, because it's early in the morning, there's no cars, and it's sort of, is there any area left in America now that one can sort of breathe and embrace the natural beauty that we once had in this country? So this whole area kind of deals with that, ecological concerns. This picture here is about sort of excess in a certain way, sort of poisoning the environment perhaps. All these things they're there and they're not there. It's really what you bring to the show, what you bring to the pictures. So I sort of guide you through it, and you'll pick up on different things, and hopefully it'll be really entertaining. And I hope you guys come down, make the trip, come down to 9th Avenue, check out American Dreamin', and make your own American dream. All right, guys? Thanks for coming.